Hi. I think from now on, without any further ado, I'm going to start each discussion with a recitation of the sutras, including the Akshara Samamnaya that we've done so far. And then we'll just head right in to the topic du jour. A I Un, Ruluk, Eong, Ayauch, Hayavarat, Lan, Nyamangananam, Jabangi, Kartadash, Japagardadash, Kapachatata, Chatatav, Kapayi, Shashrasar, Hal, Vritiradich, Adengunaha, Iko Gunafriti, Halonantaraha Samyogaha. So, if you have been extra eagle-eyed paying attention, you may have noticed that the first three sutras that we did were in sequence from the first sutra of Ashtadhyayi. But then the last one we did, Halonantaraha Samyogaha, was 117, meaning that 4 sutras had been skipped between 113, Iko Gunafriti, and Halonantaraha Samyogaha. Yes, or 3 had been skipped. So this is an example of something I've mentioned before, that part of Prabhakar Shastri's innovation, which I am beginning to value or understand more and more, how distinct it is from either the original Ashtadhyayi form and also the compromise formation of using Siddhanta Kaumudi for teaching. In any case, I'm going to come back in a brief additional conversation just to say a little bit more about the ones we skipped and why it's okay and not random, and actually greatly facilitates what I see as the goal of this method, which is to attain literally a working knowledge of the grammar, having within our mind the machinery, and then having begun to actually apply it in quite intricate ways once we start the Sandhi Sutras. So that's it for now. And our next sutra is 118 or 9 in Siddhanta Kaumudi. It is Mukhanasika Vachanonunasikaha. Mukhanasika Vachanonunasikaha. Mukhanasika Vachanonunasikaha. Mukhanasikaha Anunasikaha. So this is pretty straightforward. Mouth, nose pronouncers, which is obviously not our typical language, but it's a reasonable way of conveying what the substance is of that compound. So those that have both mouth and nose as pronouncers are called anunasikaha. Those who have both nose and mouth as pronouncers are called anunasikaha. So this is the beginning of what will become a very intricate formulation from grammar point of view of the phonetics, phonemics, the particular sound structure of Sanskrit, and the remarkably detailed and functional way in which the grammarians, and not just Panini, but in the past, have come to define the qualities of every sound. And so the two big dividing points, which we will come to as soon as we start the Sandhi sutras, not super long from now, there's two key concepts, the place of articulation and the manner of articulation. So this gives you a little bit of so the nose is a place of articulation and the mouth is a place of articulation. And those sounds which have two places, nose and mouth, mukhanasikaha, those are called anunasika or anunasikaha. So that's it. Pretty straightforward. So I'll just go through our review one more time and then call it a day. And then we'll move on to the next sutra. And I'll also sneak in somewhere a brief discussion of how it makes sense to have skipped those three sutras and how it's okay in creating a functioning knowledge of the grammar and where they went. Okay. A-I-Un, Rulak, Eong, Ayouch, Hayavarat, Lan, Nyamangananam, Jabhangi, Gardadash, Jabagadadash, Kapachatata, Chatatav, Kapai, Shashasar, Hal, Vrutiradich, Adengunaha, Ekoguna Vriti, Halonantaraha Sam Yogaha, Mukhanasika Vajanonunasikaha. Now, sometimes you may catch me out. I may have skipped something because, honestly, one of the strange things that happens when we recite the sutras over and over again for a long time is our mind can actually wander a little elsewhere. One more little thing to point out. It's not a pronunciation that I've heard per se very much, but you may remember that the of lun is nasally pronounced. So when we say a-i-un, ruluk, eong, ayouch, hayavarat, lan, that's supposed to be anunasika. Okay, that's it for now.